The UK woke up to a new political landscape. Labour's decisive election win sent shockwaves throughout the continent. It was a clear mandate for change. The electorate embraced Labour's vision for a fairer and more prosperous society. This victory marks a turning point in British politics. It signals a shift away from austerity and towards a more interventionist approach. The new government faces a daunting task. It must navigate a complex economic landscape. The stakes are high. The decisions made in the coming months will have far-reaching consequences. They will shape the UK's economic future for years to come. Labour's victory has ignited both hope and uncertainty. The coming months will be crucial. Driving forward Labour's 5 missions will be a top priority. At number 1 on this list is stimulate economic growth. Secondly, transform Britain into a clean energy superpower. At number 3, the government wants to reclaim UK's streets. Fourth on the list is eliminate barriers to opportunity. Last but not the least, develop an NHS prepared for future challenges. According to James Smith, UK economist, the new government faces enormous financial and fiscal challenges. Elevated gilt yields reflect the fact that public debt is within spitting distance of 100% and the deficit is at 4.4%. Smith added that the Labour Party will inevitably need to go beyond what it promised during the campaign and has made clear its intent to avoid further austerity. The UK government's ability to deliver on its promises will be tested now. The world will be watching closely as a new chapter unfolds in British history. In this episode, we will examine the government's plans and what it means for the economy, job markets, pensions and your money. If you're new here, consider subscribing to our channel to stay in the loop when we publish new content. Labour's relationship with the UK economy is complex and multifaceted. The party has a long history of championing workers' rights and social justice. From the post-war consensus to the new Labour era, Labour governments have left an undeniable mark on the nation's economic fabric.
The welfare state was established by Clement Attlee's Labour government after the Second World War in 1945. It nationalised key industries and introduced the National Health Service, NHS. The post-war Labour government established several social policies, such as the National Insurance and Education for All. These transformative policies aim to create a more equitable society. The Blair and Brown years saw a period of sustained economic growth. The introduction of the minimum wage and investment in public services were key features of this period. However, the financial crisis of 2008 posed significant challenges.
Labour's economic record is a subject of much debate. Supporters point to periods of growth and social progress. On the other hand, critics argue that their policies can lead to higher taxes and government intervention. The new government inherits an economy shaped by years of conservative rule. Austerity measures and Brexit have had a profound impact on the United Kingdom. It remains to be seen how Labour will address these challenges. What does Labour government mean for your tax and money? Labour's election manifesto outlined a bold and ambitious economic agenda. The party has made several expensive promises during their campaign, such as maintaining the pensions triple lock and avoiding increases in income tax, national insurance or VAT. However, budget constraints may still lead to service cuts or future tax hikes. Labour has hinted at potential tax increases, including capital gains tax and pension tax relief, which were not ruled out. Specific groups such as non-DOMs and independent schools could face higher taxes, with independent schools possibly passing on newly imposed VAT on fees to parents. Additionally, the frozen income tax thresholds might result in more people paying higher taxes due to fiscal drag. Beyond tax issues, Labour pledged support for expensive life stages, such as older age and parenthood. Social welfare is another key area of focus. They also proposed measures to make housing more affordable and suggested improvements to the minimum wage and reductions in utility standing charges to help those facing everyday challenges. These policies are designed to tackle inequality and improve living standards. Labour's economic plan represents a significant departure from the policies of the previous government. It remains to be seen how these policies will be implemented and what their impact will be on the UK economy. What does a Labour government mean for pensions and retirees? Labour's promised pension review has the potential to significantly reform workplace pensions and provide savers with greater certainty regarding pension taxation and the future of the state pension. The review aims to improve saver outcomes by addressing the issue of small pension pots and exploring how individuals can build a lifetime pension without needing to switch providers with every job change. This would enhance pension engagement, reduce the problem of lost pension pots, and foster industry competition. A key focus of the review should be the state pension, ensuring that people have clear expectations about what they will receive and when. This means moving away from frequent hikes in the state pension age towards a more stable system. Pension taxation is another critical area. Years of adjustments have resulted in a complex system that complicates financial planning. Labour's decision not to reintroduce the lifetime allowance has been positively received. This decision should be further developed to create a system that encourages saving without the risk of being caught out by intricate rules. In the meantime, individuals should consider maximising the available allowances to build their pensions, such as through a self-invested personal pension, SIPP. Business landscape. Labour's victory has introduced, well, a degree of uncertainty for businesses. The prospect of higher corporate taxes and increased regulation has raised concerns. However, the government's commitment to infrastructure investment and green energy is seen as positive by some. Small businesses in particular are apprehensive about the potential impact of higher taxes and the minimum wage. We operate on tight margins and worry about our ability to absorb these costs. Larger corporations are better positioned to adapt. The government has pledged to work closely with the business community. They argue that their policies will create a fairer and more sustainable economy in the long run. Only time will tell how these changes will play out. Impact on jobs and workers' Labour's victory has been welcomed by trade unions and many workers. They see the party as a champion of workers' rights and are hopeful that the new government will deliver on its promises of better pay and conditions. The government's commitment to increasing the minimum wage is seen as a positive step by many. However, some businesses have expressed concerns about the potential impact on their costs. The government argues that higher wages will boost consumer spending. Labour has pledged to invest in job creation, particularly in sectors such as renewable energy and infrastructure. They aim to create a fairer and more balanced economy with opportunities for all. The impact of Labour's policies on the job market remains to be seen. The government's success in creating jobs and raising living standards will be crucial to their long-term electoral prospects. An investor sentiment and outlook. The financial markets have greeted Labour's victory with a mix of hope and caution. The British pound rose only by 0.1% to 1.3 against the dollar on Friday, but still continuing its six-day upward trend. The euro remained nearly unchanged against the pound at 0.85. The positive sentiment in the UK equity market extended to broader European markets, with slight increase in French and German stocks. The macroeconomic data and the Bank of England's monetary policy will be the primary domestic factors influencing the pound. For the summer and the rest of the year, they are bearish on the pound, anticipating a 25 BP rate cut by the Bank of England in August, which is not yet fully priced in. We see Euro GBP rising to levels of 0.86 to 0.87 in the coming months. Long-term investor sentiment remains uncertain. Much will depend on the government's ability to deliver on its promises while maintaining economic stability. A clear and consistent policy framework will be essential to restoring confidence. The coming months will be crucial. The government's handling of the economy will be closely scrutinized by investors. Their success or failure in reassuring the markets will have a significant impact on the UK's economic prospects. Public services, a new deal for Britain. Labour's election victory has raised hopes for a revival of the UK's public services. After years of austerity, many key services are in dire need of investment. The NHS, in particular, is facing unprecedented pressures. The government has pledged to increase funding for the NHS, education and social care. They have also promised to address the crisis in affordable housing. Some house-building stocks may also see a boost due to Labour's plans to build new affordable homes. These are ambitious goals that will require significant public and private investment. The challenge for the government will be to deliver these improvements without jeopardizing the nation's finances. They will need to find a way to balance their spending commitments with the need for fiscal responsibility. The state of the UK's public services is a major concern for many voters. The government's ability to deliver on its promises in this area will be crucial to their long-term success. Global Britain trade and international relations. Labour's stance on Brexit has been a source of much debate. The party has pledged to negotiate a closer relationship with the European Union. However, they have also ruled out rejoining the single market or the customs union. The government's approach to international trade will be crucial to the UK's economic future. They will need to forge new trade deals with countries around the world. Striking a balance between protecting domestic industries and promoting free trade will be critical. Labour has also pledged to restore the UK's reputation on the world stage. They have promised to be a champion for multilateralism and international cooperation. This will involve rebuilding relationships with key allies that were strained under the previous government. The UK's place in the world has been thrown into flux by Brexit. The new government's foreign policy will also be closely watched by the international community. Charting the course, the road ahead. Labour's election victory marks a significant turning point in British politics. The new government has been given a clear mandate for change. However, they face a daunting array of challenges. The UK economy is at a crossroads. The decisions made in the coming months will have far-reaching consequences. The government's ability to deliver on its promises while maintaining economic stability will be crucial. The world is watching closely as a new chapter unfolds in British history. Only time will tell what the long-term impact of Labour's victory will be. The stakes are high, and the outcome is far from certain. In conclusion, it is safe to say that UK's economy is gradually turning a corner. What do you think about UK's economic future? What are the challenges on its way? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care.